Hi everybody. Excuse the slightly croaky voice still. I've still got a sore throat. I wanted to make a video because I read a quote in an email a couple of days ago and it really blew my mind, and it kind of contradicted a lot of other learnings that I've been picking up over the last few weeks. So I wanted to kind of bring a few things together because they all bounce off each other, and it's interesting to think about these theories and discuss them and be open to them and see where they relate to us in our lives. So basically the quote that I read was, it may have been a Martha Beck daily wisdom. I get these emails in my inbox literally every day and they're amazing, and sometimes I get one and it's just spot on and I think, I really needed to hear that on, it just spoke to me on the right day. But the quote was relating to unconditional love. So the quote was something along the lines of, I didn't write it down exactly, but it really stuck with me and I tried to remember it. The question it was posing was, are imperfect people brought into our lives in order to teach us unconditional love? And if you think about this for a moment, it really blows your mind, because see, what I've been learning over the last couple of years, the different philosophies and speakers and articles I've read about relationships, learning about the law of attraction, about manifestation, visualizing how you want your life to be and then taking steps to design it that way. The school of thought that I've been kind of following and believing in is that, so first of all, we should hold ourselves in high esteem, and obviously that's a process. If you don't hold yourself in high esteem, which I think probably many of us don't, and for some of us it's very, very hard, and it's kind of an uphill struggle. But so basically we want to hold ourselves in high esteem so that we can set ourselves a standard for what we want in a relationship. And this can cover all relationships, but let's narrow it down and say in terms of romantic relationships, in terms of a life partner, a boyfriend, a spouse. So we should hold ourselves in high esteem and then have the self-esteem and the wisdom to figure out what values we actually need in a partner, and to kind of, so that we can visualise that person in our head, visualise the values that person would have. And then we can go out there and live a high value life that will attract a high value person. So it's about kind of figuring out what you want and then attracting what you want. And then when I read this quote about imperfect people coming into our lives, the notion of imperfect people coming into our lives to teach us unconditional love, it blew my brain apart, because I just thought, oh my God, it made me think about all, let's say, I don't like to even think of failures. I don't particularly believe in failures or mistakes, because everything is a learning curve. Everything we do is a learning curve. It either takes us a step towards what we want, or we learn something from a less than ideal situation that takes us one step away from what we thought we wanted, or it takes us somewhere, it takes a step forward somehow, as long as we're learning from our mistakes. So it just made me think, bloody hell, if that's the case, then you could look back on all your past relationships and think, okay, so do I have the wrong mindset when it comes to relationships? Because most of us are looking to get our needs met, I think. And what I've been learning more about recently is that you can't just go to a relationship to to have and to receive. You can't just go into a relationship with I want, this is what I want, this is what I need you to provide for me. We also have to go into relationships to give and to be ourselves and to be open, and to obviously have the possibility of having our hearts broken, because if you're involved in any kind of relationships and you have any kind of vulnerability and you're opening up, which is the beauty of relationships, then obviously you can get hurt, and that's just the way it is, that's the way of life. I was watching a Corey Wayne video literally half an hour ago that talked about this exactly. You can't go into relationships expecting to be immune, expecting to never get hurt. Well, I'm going to go into this tentatively and I don't want to get hurt and I don't want to get my feelings hurt or my heart broken, because it's just not possible, because we're all human. So it was just something to think about, because then I watched another video by another coach that was very interesting. I can't remember the guy's name, but he talked about the one secret to having successful relationships, and it was really interesting. Sometimes you watch a video and it's not what you think it's going to be, and I love that. I love it when you watch a video and think, oh, okay, they're going to talk about that kind of thing, and then you watch it and you're like, oh, okay, that wasn't the perspective that I was expecting. So what he talked about was what you're actually looking for from relationships will determine the quality of the relationships you have. And again, this all ties up, so we meet people, they're either suitable or they're unsuitable, or they're suitable in some ways, and then there's a dynamic and there's a reason you came together. So this guy talked about, look at the reasons why you want a relationship. So for the people who just don't want to be alone, which is pretty common, I think, that's maybe, if that's your only standard, that I want to be with somebody so that I'm not on my own, then are you really setting high standards for yourself? Are you just going to let anybody in to your life so that you're not alone, basically? It fulfills that criteria. And then he talked about, he said, so another reason that you could be in relationships, and it completely changes the whole dynamic of the relationship. So you could go into a relationship with the mindset of, I want to learn from this, I want to grow from this. So we're going to maybe help each other grow, we're going to be on a learning curve together. And that's amazing, because if you can go into a relationship with that mindset, you're not going into it with the mindset of, gimme, I want you to fulfill my needs, I need this, I need that, I need security, I need reassurance. If you can go into it with the mindset of, what can I learn from this? How can I get better from this? What can I contribute into this dynamic to improve the relationship as a whole? Then it completely changes the kind of what you're going to get from that relationship. It changes your expectations of that relationship. So I just wanted to put that forward in a video because it really got me thinking this evening. It's worth thinking about previous relationships and maybe patterns that you have and the kinds of people that you go for. I know me personally, I've had a lot of patterns that I've identified, and I continue to work on myself every day. But I just found the whole mindset thing very interesting, because it hadn't occurred to me that you could go into a relationship. See, a few years ago, I would have said the only reason to be in a relationship is so that you can be loved. And that was my mindset at the time. That was what I needed, and it came from childhood, desperate need, like a craving to be loved. And then as I grew and matured and changed and improved and kind of shone a light on these needs and these issues and where they came from, it shifted slightly to, okay, so what can I contribute to this relationship? How can we be together? How can we grow together? How can we make each other's lives easier? How can we have fun together? So worth thinking about, what's your reason for wanting a relationship? Whether you're in a relationship now, whether you're married, whether you're single, you know, whether you're desperate to be with somebody or whether you're kind of single and you'd sort of, nah, you know, it'll happen when it happens. The key seems to be living a good quality life, you know, so have things going on, have your own ambitions, have your things that you're moving towards that are purely for you, and allow the space for somebody of equal high quality to come in. So anyway, feel free to leave any comments in the box if this video has spoken to you, if it's given you any ideas, if you want to share anything. I just found it very interesting. It's almost like two schools of thought, you know, that we can actually learn from every relationship, no matter how unsuitable it may have seemed at the time. Or should we only be striving for the best and aiming for exactly what we want? So I guess it does come down to the reason we want to be in a relationship. So anyway, any discussions, please do add comments. I'd love to read your comments, your experiences. If you want to email me, feel free. I check my emails every couple of days. If there's anything you want me to cover in a video, again, please email me, please leave me a comment and I'll see what I can do. I'm making videos every day, pretty much. So, yes, and if you like my videos and they're adding value, please leave a like, click on the thumbs up below this video. If you want to get my videos regularly, please click the subscribe button. Again, I'm doing one a day, one video a day. And if you like this video and you think it will add value to your friends' lives, share with your friends. And I will catch you all soon. And don't forget to keep growing. You have to keep going. So that means, you know, to keep growing, you have to get up every day, fresh and open and new, like an open book, and you want to be absorbing, reading, learning, watching videos, be an eternal student. That's the best way to keep growing, is just keep absorbing information. So yes, hope this is hope this has helped some people. And I still haven't found the perfect way to end my videos yet, and you have to excuse me because I'm quite tired today. I had quite a busy day with my little girl, but I just wanted to get this into a video this evening because it was just such an interesting concept, and then I have to get it into a video to get it out there, because it's nice to, I like it when I watch videos that get me thinking and get me sort of like, oh, okay, that's an interesting idea, interesting concept. So yes, I will catch you all tomorrow for another video. Thanks very much for listening and for all the support, and I will catch you all soon. Okay, cheers guys, bye.